Yeah, at the moment I'm Temporary Assistant Chief Constable Richard Close and I represent West Yorkshire Police. I think my key message and actually my key reflection upon the conference so far is that we have so much in common as public sectors and as agencies that actually serve the communities. Probably similarities that I didn't understand before, especially when you come into workforce representation. But then if you actually consider the confidence that we need in our communities for them to speak to us, engage with us, and actually open their doors to us as well. Because intelligence for us is combating crime. Intelligence for the fire service is the fact that people won't die in fires and all them different kind of things. So there's some real similarities and some real strengths that I think that we could share ultimately moving forward. Diversity and inclusivity is really important. It's something which is absolutely important for those reasons I've just spoken about confidence, trust, gaining the trust of our public so they pick up the phone, tell us what's happening. Because without those telling us what's happened, then we don't have the information or the intelligence to be proactive. What we are ultimately is a reactive agency that waits for somebody to dial 999 and ultimately harm will occur to our communities. So it's absolutely important. It's really important to have events like this where you come together and speak about inclusivity and diversity, share best practice, understand the challenges that ripple throughout the country, because if you don't, you're only within your silo, your bubble. I think the fire service is made up of 44 different agencies. The police service is 43. We're very, very similar. If you don't come together, understand the challenges that are happening up and down the country, you won't learn. And ultimately, I do believe you'd be a little bit naive to think some of the issues that have been identified elsewhere up and down the country are not happening on your doorstep. So it's really important. I think it brings together the team. It brings together team working. And you know what? Together, we're actually stronger when it comes to, especially this particular agenda of diversity, equality and inclusion, improving, massive steps forward. It's really interesting because when I reflect over my career, I genuinely think I've probably seen negative workplace behaviours on a couple of occasions. And that is over a space of around 24, 25 years. So it's not something I've witnessed day in, day out. I think over the last couple of decades, I've absolutely seen a significant step forwards in relation to understanding diversity, equality and inclusion. And I think that there is a chance in the next 10 years with a new, younger workforce, perhaps who have integrated far more at school and education than I ever have done. I think there's a chance that we'll see them, the benefit of that in the future. But I think that we need to work so much harder on educating ourselves, understanding people's backgrounds, heritage, where they come from, how they've been impacted upon. And this is not all to do with the colour of somebody's skin, the language that they speak. This is also socio-economic. It's also about unemployment, education, health, all those different kind of things. And it's not about excusing police in any shape or fashion whatsoever. But it's really, really complex. We do need to work really hard at this. And do you know what? I don't think we can take our foot off the gas. It's really, really important. And I think there's some real watershed moments in policing and in the fire service as well, which if we don't grasp with both hands, then I think we'll be having this conversation again in the next 10, 20, 30 years. And that's not somewhere where I want to be. That's not my ambition.